Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Future Business Models for the Construction Sector. This presentation is part of the Disruptive Innovation Festival 2014 and is brought to you by Universidad de Chile, EDM, and the program DAPCO, which is the first EPD program in Latin America. We would also like to thank our companies, Platinum members 2014, active leaders, and of course our founding members. Well, the main idea that we have been stressing during the whole festival is that it is critical to begin looking at the entire building supply chain. If we are actually interested in looking at future business models for the construction sector, the first action is to actually look at the whole building supply chain. And this is, in the first instance, to understand the many different actors that are involved in this building supply or value chain. Really seems interesting to us is that today these buildings, which are the product of this very long production change, are mass consumption products with significantly longer. Look at the different environmental policies related to buildings, we notice that almost 90% of these policies are contributing to reduce the impact of buildings during their design or use stage, which is the stage that is the longest, but at the same time, it produces the most energy consumption and the most resource consumption. And today, there's a lot of research related to the embodied energy and the embodied. This idea, um, it becomes very important to look at the whole building supply chain. For us, the biggest opportunity is to actually make the building supply chain visible to most of the actors, not only in the industry sector but also in other markets. And we think that in order to do this and to first make this building value chain visible to everyone, it's very. This is why we look at environmental product declarations with such optimism. We think that in order to make this building supply chain visible, we need to understand first the impact of each one of the actors within the supply chain. And an environmental product declaration. In order to find the different opportunities in this production chain, the first thing. So today there are many programs available for environmental product declarations, and we have found approximately 30 different programs where almost half of them are devoted to the construction sector. So this is very good news. We believe that in the future, more and more programs are going to start being developed in different parts of the world. Today we see a lot of them in Europe, and we're very glad that we have those first reference. However, we think that the effort that is being made today with making these different EPDs available really helps to find new opportunities for circular business models. And we see today, for example, a first business model that has really gained attention through environmental product declarations, which is products with closed loop production processes. For example, steel has we are looking at today with a lot of optimism is building products as services. For the first time in history, we see products today that are not actually being sold but leased. And with this, they don't actually are you know business models. The other one is building product transformation. Today, we have more and more databases showing the high embedded energy and carbon that makes some of the building materials even more valuable than their original virgin sources. So these materials, after they have finished their intended life, can actually be put together to form new products. And this is a huge opportunity for products that will end up in a landfill anyhow. So I think we feel that through life cycle assessment, we can find different alternatives for building product transformation. And finally, we are looking at building collaborative consumption with a lot of optimism as well, because through social media exchange platforms, we are rapidly heading towards collaborative consumption in different buildings and in different projects where we can actually report when we will no longer use a particular building product, or even a space that can be used, or infrastructure that can be used for others. um, we finish our presentation, and please, if you have any question, do not hesitate to contact us, and we can provide any further information or data on any of the different presentations